All right. Hello and welcome. We have here again. You have here again two co-authors of the best-selling book Positive Minded People, which you can see up in that little corner. Where is it? Right there. And you know what? We're actually doing a show at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on bbsradio.com. But because you're not going to be able to see us on that broadcast, then we wanted to just hop on here really quick and say hi, do a face.
Absolutely, so you can see our beautiful faces. Yes.
How are you, Jeremy?
Come join us. I'm doing well. I'm super excited for the show. We're going to talk about a lot of good things. I know. So I'm really thankful to be on. And yes, if you are interested in any way, curious in any way, come and join us on the show. And the link, where's the link? Somewhere on this page, right?
Let me add it. Hold on. That's a great thing to do.
So for those of you who don't know, some of you may not know, this is the Positive Minded book, Positive Minded People book. And I have a chapter in it. Kim has a chapter in it. And she has a show that we're asking you to come and join. And we're going to be talking about my chapter in the book. And Kim is going to be our amazing host. So for those people who are finding me and who don't know anything about Kim, I encourage you to come and join us on the show. It's going to be a great time.
Thank you for that, Jeremy. Yes, and in fact, I just put a link in there, but let me do another one. Oh,
Thank you. Perfect.
So yeah, so if you want to join us in a little bit over there, then all you're going to do is just hit the big purple button. There's some other options. If the internet connection doesn't work out for you, you can call in via phone as well. But enough of that. Good. Let's see. We've got a few people here. So hello.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Anne and Calvin.
Thank you for being on.
Yes. And so if you have any questions or you want to, share anything with us before we go live on BBS, then feel free to put that in the comments and we'll do our best to keep an eye on that. And Jeremy, I guess, just have you been
Kim,
today?
I'm happy to be here and most happy of all that I remembered to change the elf on the shelf. So, everything's good. Since that's done, we're ready to go. So,
okay. So how many unhappy campers would you have had you not done that yet?
Four.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Or at least three. I don't know if the little one knows that much, but definitely, yeah, they look for that every single morning. So yeah, we're all good now. We're good. Whew.
That is so cute. Okay, so what is that like? Because I know every parent, it seems like my interpretation, I don't have an elf on the shelf. I don't have a little one waiting for that. Do you go through a lot of planning of what is today's gonna look like? Or
I have for ever since we got the elf on the shelf, which was a gift. I have just placed the shelf at different places, and sometimes the elf doesn't want to change because I forgot. So this year, though, however, I've been inspired by people online. And so I've tried a few tricks with the elf. So, we're expanding. As consciousness expands, so does the elf expand. So,
Okay, I'm going to ask a little sarcastic question.
Yes.
How much of a gift was the elf on the shelf?
You know what? At first, I thought it was I was struggling with the whole idea of Santa Claus to begin with. So that's a whole nother topic.
Okay.
I was struggling with the idea of manipulation, and it was very sweet from the people who gave it, but I was like, oh, what a pain. And people go back and forth with that.
Yeah.
Right? So, but as we have positioned it, as our theology has grown, as we have developed what the elf on the shelf is to us, getting into a little spirituality, it is very interesting to see how it can how anything from any level can develop into something that is very useful. And right now, I'll say it's a very positive thing for us. So I'm actually appreciating the elf on the shelf more and more each year. So yeah,
I love that. That to me is actually very fitting for someone from a book called Positive Minded People. You totally reframed that into a way that works. That's great.
Well, it's all about reframing. And join us on the other broadcasts with, we're going to be talking about maybe not reframing in those words, but this is what it's all about in your journey, figuring out how this connects with you. And it doesn't have to always be something you embrace wholeheartedly right away, but how are you going to work with that in your own life? So Elf on the Shelf is a great example of that.
Well, I love that that's your take on it. So, okay.
Yay for Elf on the Shelf,
Yeah,
Calvin says.
Calvin made a comment.
Well, I saw on my screen, Calvin just said yay for Elf on the Shelf. So, yeah.
Awesome.
You can use anything. You can use anything. All tools in the universe are here at your disposal. So, including elves.
Well, so Jeremy, so what's going on today in your household? You've got 4 kids. You've got this business with your husband. You guys are doing so many different things. The book is just one part of it. How are you managing to just sort of like find balance and juggle everything? And
well, I used to not do it so well, and I do it better and better each day, and it comes with practice. But honestly, knowing who I am and what I want to accomplish each day and learning to focus on that instead of the myriad of other good ideas has really helped me. So a lot of, as when you talk about balance, it's more to me, and yes, I do reach a balance, but it's been more to me about releasing the things that are not necessary for me in that day. And
nice.
Yeah, just actually right now at this moment, because with 4 boys, it's boom, boom, boom. And, family, anyone who's doing family at any level, it's more about releasing and saying, not mine, not mine. I don't need that. That's okay. I'll let that go. That's really my game I'm playing right now.
Okay.
And the more I can release, the more fun I have in the things that I choose to attach to. So that is my practice right now. Mm-hmm. And it's been working. And when it doesn't, I'll find something else. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as you all can see, Jeremy's full of a lot of grounded wisdom, and it's nice to just hear him.
Thanks to my 4 children and husband.
Well, it sounds like a lot of good practice.
Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, and I'm just monitoring the comments, checking to see if anything new has come through. So Jeremy, is this your first interview?
So it's my second interview.
Okay, second.
I'm a person from behind the scenes, from behind the camera. So I'm like those old people, you know how you had the grandparents are like, what's a computer? What's a cell phone? Or, I'm coming into this age, into this Facebook Live age. So this has been a fun experience for me. Thank you, Kim, too, for helping me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the added part to that is that I know you are actually incredibly, I want to say advanced when it comes to technology and
on the behind the scenes in certain areas.
Okay.
In certain areas, yes. But it's a whole different bird going out and presenting. And one of the things that Spirit has been calling me to do is to come forward from behind the camera to in front of the camera, using camera as an analogy, to come from behind the shadows into the light and talk about what I have gleaned up into this point. So that's part of me being here today. And also tying it back into the book, being in positive-minded people, because that was one thing that I jumped on and said, no, I need to do this. I need to start telling a story. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did. It's another really powerful story, like all of them. And, I even had to stop myself. I know you and I were messaging back and forth before the show, and I was telling Jeremy, I'm still prepping. And I finally just had to go, okay, Kim, stop it.
Yeah,
First off,
I know, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, the show itself always goes by so quickly. We could go in a million different directions because of me, but we could also go in a million different directions because your chapter is so rich with so many themes. I think on BBS and in the Facebook event, I think I listed maybe 3 or 4 themes in your chapter, but no, there's actually like 5, 6, 7 and more. So there's going to be a lot that we can touch on.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it is actually one of the things I would love to, we'll see what happens, but I'd love to talk about, because we are presented as individuals with so many options. And so one of the things that is important for us well, is helpful for us, I'll say it helpful for us, is to fine tune the choosing. So, hey, we'll practice tonight and see how we'll see how we do. Okay? We'll practice.
Wonderful. Well, I did a little bit of Drew. Drew gave me one of his little tools. He said, what he does is he just sort of says, okay, I'm going to empty out and just allow, spirit, however you want to look at it, higher self, just sort of the inspiration to come through. So I was like, I'm going to I have my own stuff that I do, but I thought I'm going to use Drew's tonight.
All right. Channeling Drew. Thank you, Drew.
Exactly.
We'll give you the credit if it works, and we'll ignore it if it doesn't work, right, Drew?
Exactly. So
right?
It's to be seen, Drew. We'll see.
Okay. All right, Drew. Come on now.
Well, okay. We have just a couple minutes here before we have to head over to BBS,
yes.
and so again, hi to Anne and Calvin, and I saw some Isaiah. Hello, Isaiah. And anyone
and those
else
lurking in the shadows, right? We say hi to all of you.
Yeah, I think we've all been a lurker a time or two, so it's okay.
I am definitely a lurker. I'm all about lurking. Lurking is awesome.
Careful with those reactions, right? Not just yet. Okay, now.
Now. Oh, we are a funny bunch, us humans. We are hilarious. Yes.
Well, as you can see, Jeremy, if you're not familiar with Jeremy, he is both funny and incredibly deep and insightful. So again, this next show, starting in just a few minutes, can go in a multitude of directions, but I know wherever it goes, it's going to go where it needs to go, and I think it's going to be very impactful. I have some stuff that, I'm looking forward to sharing and just, seeing where the conversation takes us. So
yeah, it's going to be good.
Absolutely. So if you would like to hear more from Jeremy, we would love to have you join us. Go on over to bbsradio.com, and in fact, bbsradio.com/everyday is a new day. Click on the big purple button or call one of the call-in numbers for station 2, and we will be over there chatting in just a few minutes here. So thanks for joining us on Facebook.
Bye-bye.
Oh, and if you want to buy the book, PositiveMindedPeople.com. Hello.
I mean, see how professional we are. We're not even plugging our own stuff. So.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, I know, right? Okay. I don't want to be dinged for that. So, we will see you all soon over on BBS.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.